So you guys probably are aware that TPS and Mustang schools are going through some accreditation problems via HB 1775. You guys are going to have the same issue if you don't clean it up. And I'm going to find it, and I've got some connections that I've made over the last couple of years battling you guys that I'll bring that to bear. These books. This is in 2 elementary schools. It Feels Good to Be Yourself, a book about gender identity. Sanger and Will Rogers teaches the kids that the doctor's merely guessing whether it's a boy or a girl. That's a millstone offense. Explicit child rape, child molestation. Do these have academic value? You guys are going to have to answer that question. And it shouldn't take a form. If I send an email to a man who's in charge of protecting the innocence of our children, and the response is fill out a form, I would consider that a millstone offense. There's a rape of a 10-year-old girl, graphic, in this book. It's heartbreaking. By no means should there be a ban on books. Don't mistake what I'm saying for that. There ought to be academic books in the school libraries. And this problem, I never imagined it would be at my alma mater. I went from 4th grade up to Stillwater Public Schools. I'm an alum. And we have books after book after book after book. This is at the junior high. This book contains sexually explicit assault and battery. I hesitate to read it. I don't feel comfortable reading it to adults. 13-year-olds can check this book out. And you guys have bought it for them and provided it for them. And it needs to be corrected ASAP. Are you going to eat her? Yeah, Earl, I'm going to eat her. Do you even know how to eat? No, not really. Papa Gaines never sat you down and said, son, one day you're going to have to eat. No, but he taught me how to eat a. Yep, I would teach you some technique, but it's a little complicated. Son, I don't have time for that. I got 20 over here I need to eat. Is that right? I'm on a deadline. It goes on and on and on and on and on and on. There are 79 in this book. 79. 51 shits, 11 dicks, 15 and 9 goddams, and the list goes on. And you guys need to fix it.
Thank you.
If you enjoy,
Honestly, guys, I mean, for a lot of you guys, this might not be a shocker, but again, we're in the end times, and as the book of Revelation warns us, we're going to see a lot of this stuff. It's prophesied all throughout the Word of God. They're going to call evil good and good evil. So we're seeing these school systems nowadays. They're teaching our children these very perverted, vile, disgusting things. And it's not just our school systems. It's the TV, from Disney Channel to Cartoon Network to Nickelodeon to Legos to all these different things. YouTube. We see all these different things that are attacking our youth today, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And they're getting into the minds of our youth with this propaganda and this demonic witchcraft. It's really disgusting. And I don't know if you guys understood everything he was saying, because YouTube, they blurred it out. But the thing is, he was talking about how in the book they were talking about very sexual explicit material. And note that this is for elementary kids, middle schoolers, high schoolers. They're literally getting, like, how can I say it, pornographic, right? Think of what I'm saying, because I can't say certain words on YouTube or I'll get banned myself. But they're pretty much saying material within books, and kids can actively just rent this stuff out from their school. From their school library, they can rent books that have porn, that have homosexuality, that have sexual morality, that have lying, stealing, masturbation, and all this disgusting, vile things. It's disgusting. But this is the stuff that they're trying to teach our kids in this newer generation because they want them further away from God. Remember, they're going to call good evil and they're going to call evil good. The reason why they're trying to justify this disgusting stuff is because, again, the satanic elitists, they're child lovers. And because they're child lovers, they want it to be an okay thing for them to be child lovers. That's the whole reason why they're legalizing all this stuff with the books. You get it? Because if they pass it in the school system, then it's accepted by society. It's ingrained in our children. It's okay for these adults to be groomers and child lovers. So then when they grow up, they're already used to that as their environment. This is what they're doing with the school system. This is the reason why there's billions of dollars spent on our children. The children are an industry to the satanic elitists. They see them as money. They see them as a number. Because if they can get into the minds of the next generation, into the children's, they can control the whole world. That is the whole goal of controlling the children, because if you can control the children, you have the whole world in your hands. This is the reason why it is so vital. Parents, I urge you, for watching this, please be cautious of who your kids listen to, especially on YouTube, because there's a lot of people willing to say stupid things just to get a quick buck. I'm not going to name anybody, right? But just be careful what your children are watching, even if it's on a safe network, right, such as Disney Channel, not so much anymore, or if they're playing video games, or if they're texting, I don't know, whatever. But the point is, you have to be extra cautious in these times today, because there's so many vile things that are going on today in this world, and it's so easy for our children or our future children to fall into those temptations, for them to fall into this worldliness, to fall into these vile, sick, disgusting desires. And I want to use one quick example to amplify my point. Again, I don't want to do a whole debate over this. It's just to amplify my point. When we look at people, for example, like Ted Bundy, what caused him to be the serial killer, having sexual relations with dead corpse? What caused him to do stuff like that? He said the reason why is because it all started with pornography. From pornography, vanilla, corn, then it started going to more extreme, aggressive stuff. Then he started wanting to do it in real life. Then that wasn't enough. And so it just one thing led to another. And that's how he got to where he did. I don't know about you guys, but that was about 50 years ago. That was about 50 years ago, more or less. Today, you don't even need a magazine. You don't need to go to your local magazine and find corn. You can go on the internet and watch a full live video right in front of your face. Even better than that, if you really want to do it, there's so many different options. It's crazy. It's crazy. They have this thing called OnlyFans nowadays too, where a lot of kids are watching their favorite corn. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a very dangerous thing, and it's more accessible than ever before. But you know what is also more accessible than ever before? The gospel of Jesus Christ. And this is why we must stand firm on the word of God and use these demonic platforms as a way to glorify Christ. Because just to be real with you guys, it's demonic. A lot of this stuff is used to glorify Satan and the worldly desires, but we must turn it into a good thing and glorify the kingdom of Jesus Christ. But we're not doing anything trying to stay, oh, you know, YouTube is demonic and this and that, so I'm never going to use it to outreach to people. No, you need to use YouTube so you can outreach to people so they can come to Jesus Christ. So we need to use these technologies, these advancements in a way to glorify God, even if that's not what they want it to be used for, even if that's not the intention of its creation or its purpose. So I'm telling you guys right now, we must give glory to Jesus Christ because we are in the end times. And honestly, what Pope Francis has done does not surprise me because, again, he is a Roman Catholic, or he's a pagan, in other words. But that's all Roman Catholicism is. It's a mixture of Christianity and paganism. Just like Islam, it's a mixture of Christianity and paganism. And the Catechism, it also states this one thing. In the Catechism, it states that the Muslims and the Catholics will go to heaven and that they both worship one God. So again, it doesn't surprise me. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please smash that like button. let's get to 130 likes, guys, and go ahead and comment what you guys think about this whole situation with Pope Francis and all that stuff and homosexuality that he's condoning now in the church. And yeah, go ahead and subscribe and share so we can get more views on this video. But yeah, thank you guys so much. God bless you guys.